Do business till I come. Those were the words of Jesus when he left. Stick around till the end of this video. Do you want to know more and learn more about what Jesus meant when he said, do business till I come? Away. We'll be taking the inspiration of the message from the book of Luke, chapter 19, right? Luke chapter 19. We're going to be reading from verse 13. I read, before he left, he called his 10 servants and gave them each a gold coin and told them, see what you can earn with this while I am gone. Another version says, do business till I come. I read, verse 14. Now his own people hated him, and so they sent messages after him to say, we don't want this man to be our king. The man was made king and came back. At once he ordered his servants to appear before him in order to find out how much they had earned. Verse 16. The first one came and said, sir, I have earned 10 gold coins with the one that you gave me. Are you getting this? That is the first person that came to Jesus, was to say, look, the amount that you have granted unto me, the funding that you gave unto me, the knowledge that you've given unto me, I have went and made 10 more. I have multiplied. Right? That is the first one. And when this was done, verse 17 says, well done, he said. This is Jesus. He said, well done. You are a good servant. Since you were faithful in small matters, I will put you in charge of 10 cities. Are you getting this? So this tells you that when running a business, when you have been granted funding from a particular person, from someone, from an institution, once you have done well with the little that they have trusted you with, they can trust you with more. Are you getting this? You need to look into your business. You need to look into the venture capital that you are looking for, the industry that you want to venture into. Since they would just like entrust you with the little, do better with it so that they can trust you with bigger, with more. Are you getting this? Verse 18, when you read, it says, the second servant came and said, sir, I have earned 5 gold coins with the one that you gave me. Are you getting this? I have earned 5 gold coins with the one that you gave me. Verse 19. To this one, he said, you will be in charge of 5 cities. So what does this say to you? Return on investment. There is no investor that will ever invest in someone without expecting any return. It has never happened. It will never happen. It has never existed before. Every investor, when it comes to invest in your business, even yourself being an investor of your own business, you're expecting your business to take care of you one day, right? So you need to be cautious about this, that when you approach an investor, you need to approach him in a sense that you know your things are right. You know that your things are planned, right? And the moment they give you that funding, they trust you with their money. And make sure that you bring a return, right? Because they are expecting it. I read verse 20. Another servant came and said, are you getting this? It says, another servant came and said, it tells you that there were people. Now, when it comes to investing now in a venture firm where people come and pitch for funding, there will be multiple of you guys. A multiple of you guys means I, as the investor, would have spent more money than the money that I would specifically give one person. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? That an investor is going through a conviction in their mind to decide within their mind that should I really trust this guy? Because I've spent over 100,000 on these businesses. I spent over 100,000 on funding every business for 20,000, and these businesses, they happen to be 5 or 6, right? They would have spent 120,000. So when you come to them, approaching them with a sense to say, look, fund me with my business needs 20,000. The man did not take out 20,000. Are you getting this? The man took out 100,000, but you only got to see what? The 20,000. I'm showing you what investors go through. The reason why they would be on your neck looking for their money back when you fail is simply because they took out a chunk of money. Are you getting this? As we read, it says, sir, here is your gold coin. I kept it hidden in a handkerchief. So what does this say? This brings you to the point that I highlighted the other time I spoke about. Don't save money invest money. It was based on the video that I made, that the things that they don't want you to know, the things that they have. I'll just leave the link of the video in the description below. That will direct you to that. To say what they don't want you to know is they want you to save up your money. Rather than saving your money, invest it. You know why? Because the more you save money, the more the government prints money. So they can just print $1 billion tomorrow. They can print $1 million next week, whilst you are hanging on to your 500. The same 500 that you could have just invested on UFA. You know? So be wise, right? Verse 21. Let's hear the reason why this particular person, in entrepreneur, businessman, why he held on to his coin and not invested it. Why did he keep it hidden? Verse 21. I was afraid of you because you are a hard man. You take what is not yours and reap what you did not plant. Did you notice that? It says, I was afraid of you. The reason why your business might be failing is simply because you are afraid. Fear of the unknown. I always tell people that fail quicker. You know, don't be scared to fail. There is the lean method of doing business. Lean, you know, lean. He said that you know, trial and error. You start your business of selling hot dogs, they fail. From failing, you learn. You change that the market wants cheddar instead of the sliced cheese. The market doesn't want your raw Viennas, which we didn't know that they were raw. We thought it was cooked. They said, no, you should cook it. Some say you should boil it. Others said you need to fry them. We wouldn't have known all those things that the market prefers if we did not fail, if we did not try, if we did not push away the fear. There is a video that I will upload very soon that I'll be talking and breaking down what really fear is. You don't need to be afraid of fear. Are you getting this? I once made a poem video. I was talking about fear. I was doing a poem about fear. That fear, you need to stand in the judge room and face fear on its face. Are you getting this? So don't be afraid to fail. Fail quick. You'd find that if you were to accomplish success in 5 years, time spent, and if you were afraid to start, if you are afraid to launch your business, it will take you 5 more years for you to actually succeed. After you've launched your business, right, there are 2 scenarios. The first scenario is this. The first one launches his business, irregardless of how he feels, irregardless of what people say, irregardless of how he feels, right? And starts to fail the first month, the second month fails, he starts to learn and perfects the skill, and in 5 years he becomes successful. Now person B is afraid to start. Spends almost like the whole year, He spends the whole year procrastinating on starting. Procrastination is the thief of time. He kept on procrastinating on doing the duty. He kept on procrastinating of doing that business. He was afraid to fail. Now it took him 5 years to get out of the comfort zone. 5 years to leap, to jump, to just show up, right? There is a light at the end of the tunnel. I like it how Hubert Angel says it. He says it's not that the light at the end of the tunnel, you are the light. Fatizo lights, stadia lights, you know? So don't be afraid, right? Don't be afraid to fail. Because really, after you've launched out into the deep, you'll actually see that there was really nothing to fear. You know, it was just you. In as much as there could be someone, person A, who does trial and error and eventually succeeds after 5 years. And there is person B who procrastinates, who's afraid to start, who's lame, who doesn't want to learn a skill, who's arrogant, ignorant, lazy, doesn't want to do things and succeeds, and maybe doesn't even succeed, but takes him a longer period to even get close to success. It's simple. Fear is not about the thing being here. Fear is all in the mind. Most of the things that you experience, the video that you're watching right now, 90% of the reason why you're still on this video is simple. It's because of the psychology. You got attracted to the content, right? Even fear, in as much as you can't see it, you can't touch it, you can't feel it, right? You can't actually like hand it over to someone. It's simple, it's here. It's all in the mind. I mean, like, remember back in the days of Facebook, how Facebook started. There were those companies that were afraid to launch. There were those companies that were afraid that, what if people don't use our platform? I mean, look at today, Mark Zuckerberg, you know, he pursued and like he pushed it. Now we're using Facebook, man. You know, we're using it on our daily lives. He even bought Instagram and WhatsApp and created Threads. I mean, like, imagine if the guy had been scared. Imagine if he was afraid to start. Imagine if he was afraid to invest the coin that was granted unto him. Apologies for the camera. All right? Verse 22. He said to him, now this is the investor replying. He said, you bad servant, I will use your own words to condemn you, and know that I am a hard man, taking what is not mine and reaping what I have not planted. Verse 23. Well then, why didn't you put my money in a bank? Then I would have received it back with interest when I returned. This was Jesus now. Jesus speaking to his disciples. We need to take revelation. The revelation that is granted unto us through this is to say, you were not worth the investment. It would have, if you would have came to me asking for knowledge, asking for life, asking for money, asking for whatever, you know, and at the end of the day, you do nothing about it. At the end of the day, you multiply it by 1. Any number multiplied by 1 is that number. 1 is essentially, when you're multiplying and looking for a bigger number and you're multiplying with 1, it's useless. You'll still get the same number. Are you getting this? That is the background story behind it, the background mindset, rather, to say you were not worth it, you know. And this also answers on both sides of the story, to say if you're an investor, expect to be disappointed, you know. It's not every coin, every investment, every scheme, every business that you start, you know, that's going to be successful. It's not everyone that you fund that's going to return the investment back to you as intended, as, you know, expected. On the other side, it shows you that you might be the one who might fail with the money. Now, this should tell you and open your eyes and stop criticizing people that have money, stop criticizing people that have funding, stop criticizing people that are rich. Why they not finding you? It's simple. You might be the one that will fail. You might be their bad investment. So, what am I trying to say to you? Stop to be entitled. We need to eradicate the entitlement mentality. The moment we eradicate ourselves from entitlement, then we work with what we have. We build from scratch. I believe we can achieve more. Thank you for sticking around till the end of this video. If you like the video, please give it a like. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. If you have any comments about scripture, about what you want to talk about, what you want to see posted on the channel, just comment in the comment section below. I'll just simply read through your comments and we'll get to like dive deeper and communicate, right? You might know someone who might be interested in content like this. They're in a business. They are inspiring traders. They're inspiring investors, people that want to do investments. They want to start making money. Look, just hit them up. I'll leave in the link below, in the description below, links to my profiles, to my Facebook, to my WhatsApp, also to my TikTok, right? So that they could communicate and be like, okay, look, man, I heard you speak about UFAM. I want to make money with UFAM. I'll also leave the link to my UFAM platform referrals. If you want to start making money, buy land, hit me up. From myself, Mr. Mkhabisa, signing out.